So if I understood it correct, 2 maps, and on both maps we played the format of KTR. So I think I have a command KTR, King of the Race, uses it. It's MultiLap races, and every lap the last players get knocked out. The difference is that these maps are longer than on KTR. KTR has very small maps, like 30 seconds, but these maps here are 2 minutes long per lap. We get some time to learn this, so some warm-up, 10 to 15 minutes something, and then we start with a race. And every lap the last players get knocked out. And you get points for your position in this race, you get points for your position in the other race on the second map. They get added together, and then we have a winner. Do I go correct here? I don't. This transition looks like I might be correct now. We have 15 minutes. What a map. This is tough. We will try it. We need a good blue corner. It's not really full speed, huh? Not sure yet how you wanna drive this. Oh! I found the gap. Onto this platform you can jump. Okay. Alright, so this was 1 lap. Interesting map, but very difficult. Would be tough to remember all these corners. Because we have a lot of off-road sections, and here's clearly the tech part of the map. And then it ends with plastic. So we have different styles, but ice is missing, which is fine to me. Ice often decides those races. Because mistakes just cost way more time and are way easier to make. So I will do a training run now. Naja, okay, so far I didn't need to. I wanna jump far left. Tight left drift, tight right as well. Oh wow, we have loudest playing. Okay, change of plans, was not a respawn run. Okay, now I do some respawns. Okay, I've hit that checkpoint here. Cannot do more respawns. That's not the worst respawn. Shouldn't respawn here anymore. Actually, long sector until this checkpoint here. Try this again. Okay. Yeah, this is the line. Always too late with my respawn. Yeah, I'm too far there, which makes this turn difficult. Yeah, you wanna keep that, wanna come tight here in the exit. This transition here feels a bit off. That's fine. Yeah, this here, need to wait a bit with steering. Can you just go very close to these poles? Does work. Not sure what's the best. Say further like this, yeah. Yeah, now this part. I got it very good, but I gotta respawn anyway. Alright. Of course I hit that CP still. Was ist der Double Respawn? Aha. So 35 seconds to go. It starts to get a little bit laggy. I will quickly stop the engine of Open Planet. And then we start. Also we have actually some good players here. How many are we in total? 27. Good luck, have fun. This is now an endurance race, and if I understand it correct, then every single lap the last place driver or drivers will be eliminated. if I'm doing something wrong in that one section. There's one part where I lost a lot of positions in the first lap. That section of the plastic part doesn't feel right. If there was a longer straight, guys, I would make the interface more often on, and I also am interested in this, if it's really the case that people are getting knocked out in the background. But I don't really have the time to look at it, because he's turn after turn. Cannot move by ice to somewhere else. Prinken did another mistake. He's still ahead of me. And he was really fast as well. But they all three are. I'm losing like 2 to 3 seconds per lap. It's about time that I drive better lap times. Fuck this part up again. I hope that gaps wouldn't be that good in the fast learning and so on. I saved that mistake quite well still, because I lost time, but it could have been worse. Yeah, it's now close with the Yummy. And Brinken is also not far. Because he seems to make more mistakes. Yeah, something in this sector. When I drop positions, then it's there. What is the reason? I mean, it feels a bit weird with the jump into the grass there, but I don't really see now a different line. Can also be just coincidence that I'm losing their positions, but losing positions means at least that I'm driving it slower than others. This turn is difficult for me. Lap 9 of 24. It's that in the bottom right. Yeah, it's really an endurance race. It will still take a while. Something on my face is itching. It's very annoying. Usually these maps have always a longer straight part where you have time to rest your hands or do stuff. Like the slow-mo and so on, but this map does not have a single straight. The MultiLap part is the best point, but it's, you still have like several jumps, and yeah, you have to steer a bit in between. Okay, I try to get rid of it. Now the other side on the face starts itching. We need to wait one lap. Actually, that is Brinken who fell behind me. Like the reason I'm 4th place now. And as Yami can't be really far in front of me. We have a chance for 3rd. Not sure what happened to Brinken because there are barely any sections where you could lose that much time. Also the top two are very far in front. Oh, there we saw Sisu eliminated. We sadly don't know his position. But I have to hurry now. Race is not going forever, even though it feels like it. I want to beat Yummy here. Yummy, if you're listening, imagine this would be a Cup of the Day final between us. And now he's even driving faster. It's surprising because for a long time we have been very similar on pace. When he was behind me, it was basically equal pace between us. Consistent. And now suddenly he drives the pace of the front runners, and I'm still losing time to the front. Every lap a little bit. Yeah, not just a little bit, it's still something in the seconds. In that moment when I'm the one to get knocked out, the number on my car will be red. And I have 1 lap to overtake. Shouldn't have played so much Trackmania before such long races, eh? Like how shall I still focus? And my hands are hurting the more I play. Both of them actually, not just one, not just my thumb as well. Like both of my whole hands are hurting now. Scheiße. Oh, and he's 2 seconds ahead of me. He made a mistake. If I had been driven a bit better, I could have been ahead of him already. Kacke. I have too many thoughts. This combination of tech turns makes it a very difficult tech path. Like the fact that they are not standalone, these corners, they are all in a combination. Oh! Because of my shit start, I lost some ground to him. Yeah, the last 3 laps were shit. 3 laps and every lap a crash. Because I tried to risk it. In the 2 laps before that it looked really good because I caught up to him. I was only a second behind. Now the weird thing is that I just don't know how long will the race still be. Every time I go to the MultiLap section, I'm expecting that the number will go red. Like I'm pessimistic there. And then it doesn't go red. Then I think, oh wow, okay. Then I can still catch him if I get perfect laps now. As I have at least two laps still. No, then it's still possible. And then I crash right after in the start already. Yeah, okay, they will be red in the next round. It's lap 21 of 24 that we're driving. Yeah, there were not too many mistakes. Always in these parts where you have to be very close to stuff. It is like he also fucked up. I really had a chance, no? I really had a chance. I mean, maybe he gives me still a chance. Too bad I had so many mistakes now. Yeah, it is every time when we have airtime somewhere. Every time when we have airtime. Oh, nah, no. Well, that was really possible, but I tried now so hard to catch him that I did mistakes, and without the mistakes that actually would have worked. Maybe. But seems like it would have worked. But yeah, the focus is also like, ugh. It is so difficult to focus at this point. Right when I would have crashed. Hands! What is happening with my hands? Oh. Ugh. Also Danik B was 5th, Vic Q beforehand, der Limpan Joso. Also the thing is that Yami lost in the second half of the map a lot of time to me in several rounds. I put some water in my face because so much is itching. Need to use that break. So I'm back. What's happening in the in-game chat? Okay. Ten minutes of a break. Okay, so we get a little bit of a break. There might be, of course, ties happening in the format that they do. I was, of course, like for a safe top 3 position. In the end, it would have been quite important to be in the top 3 now. And yeah, the top 2 were actually fast and very consistent, so they were too far in front. There was no chance. Of course, the 3rd place, I should have had that. I'm a bit disappointed about my own pace, that I lost so much per lap. Yeah, open the local records, then you see that my best... Okay, I'm not sure if these local records are actually refreshing during the race, but I think they do. And if you look at this, then me and also Danik, hi Danik, we both lost somehow almost 3 seconds to loudest. And I don't know why. How? Like, I didn't drive bad, I would say. And look how many people are faster than us. But I didn't do anything bad, I would say. And Yummy's PB is a low 205, and he must have gotten that in towards the end, and then he was like winning over a second to me. But what did they do? That I won 3 seconds? Like, there were so many laps that I could have tried for a faster time, but it just didn't happen. And Brinken, oh no, Loudest already drove a 205 in the seeding. Incredible. Next map is a bit shorter. Okay, guys. a completely different second map. The map will be different in this one here. No, what we will do now is we will do some amazing Wordles. There we go. First of all, the Mania Wordle has a Trackmania word as solution. Stronger than Granadi. Then one German Wordle. Oh. What? Surprise, surprise. What is the word? Heard? But I don't think it's the solution. But I don't know any else besides H in first. Or is that a word yeared, like verjährt? Ja, okay. Equal to is in third last spot, so we have a 2-digit solution, and the solution is also something from 10 to 19. No minus, no plus. And I don't see that we can do a 2-digit, then either multiply or divide another 2-digit and get to such a solution. I don't see that. So it must be having both a multiply, also it does have to do, it needs like 1-digit numbers and then twice a multiply. You cannot do it with divide, or you will have like 1 multiply, 1 divide. This is what I would test now. I mean, obviously, it could also be 2 multiplies. Yeah, you could have 3 times 2 times another 3. No, because 18 is not the solution. We can actually look what is the solution. It is either 17 with twice multiplying, I would not end up at a 17 because it's a prime number. I can get to a 16, but only from 4 by doing times 4, but we cannot do times 4, or by doing coming from the 8 or coming from the 2. But from the 2 I would need to do a times 8, which is also not possible. And from when you want to do a times 2 and you have 8 before, how shall I reach that with a 3? I cannot go from 3 to 8. Interesting could be 15 a solution, because we could have... Yeah, it is not the nice solution. It would be something like 1 times 5 times 3. You know, that would be the solution. Or it is something like 3 times 2 times 2 is 12. Both of them I don't really like. But to find out where the 3 is, we do 3 times 1 times 5 is 15. Ah! Woohoo! Alright. Well, that went good. And you know, I have to put them into the correct order as well. And usually you always choose first the wrong order. So that was really lucky. Because it could also be 5 times 1 times 3 or 5 times 3 times 1. I mean, there was still the possibility that we have a divided by as well. No? It could have been something like 3 times... Do I find a good solution? Could it even be that? I'm not sure. Also, yeah, the thing is, you could have 2 one-digit numbers multiplied to get to some certain number and then divide it by something and end up at like something from 10 to 19. The problem is, we already knew that certain numbers were not in. Yeah, what I was thinking was 7 times 6 is 42, divided by 3 is 14. But we didn't have the 4. The 4 was not in. If we do the 3 with a multiplication, the thing is 9 and 8 were not in there. 9 and 8 were not part of the equation. That's something we knew. So the highest multiplication with 3 would be 3 times 7, and we can't really come from 21 with a divided by it to a number. And anything else would have been basically, I mean, we had now a times 1. We could of course have a divided by 1 as well. But divided by a bigger number would only work if the bigger number is the 3, which means you need to multiply two numbers that make a result would be divisible by 3. And 7 times 6 is one solution where that would be the case. 6 times 6. That would have been a possibility. 6 times 6 divided by 3. And then 12 is answer. That was still possible. Lautes. Okay guys, the second race is starting. Also first of all, the warm-up. Nah, that's not the map. I wonder if the map is on the server. Also, I have already an idea of why it's going wrong, but let's see if the map will come now or not. Hey, it worked. So this seems to be very tech heavy. An ellipse map. Ah. I wonder if anyone knew that and avoided it. Aye. They said a completely different map, but the style is basically the exact same. This map will also be good for Yami. This here is weird to me. Is there anything else you can do? Ah, yeah. Good job, Diamond. So that transition. I think not going outside corner there. Kinda wanna keep the gear though. Can you? The thing is, I don't get tight enough around it. And this is a part I don't understand yet. Because it feels wrong, I lost the gear and I also can't get it back here, so this is not an outside corner. Ah, yeah. Whoa. How high can you go? Pretty high actually. So here. I mean, there you don't jump, but it's risky as well. Why is this checkpoint placed backwards? Can you just jump very unsmooth into this? Because this is also not slow, it feels. Like, I'm not really sure. This outside... Yeah, it's something in the middle, in between, I guess. But this whole thing here, that doesn't really feel nice. I don't get it, at least. I don't see the line for it. So... Let me check the start again, so that I won't be surprised. Okay. Boah, close. This turn here feels a bit off. Aha. No. This one's gonna be difficult. Ah, this is surely too far outside. Yeah. This worked. No, it didn't. But is this the line? Or what if you just lose the gear? And you just drive with the lower gear here? I don't know. It's quite shit with the lower gear. Ei. Yeah, that one section there is difficult. The off-road parts are quite important on this track, which should suit Yummy quite well. Not good for me. And they are really tricky as well. As you see. Also losing here the gear quite often. It's all about the line, but that's... Oof. Oh yeah, I'm very afraid of the triangle, holy shit. That whole plastic section is really difficult. Not really savable, because you always have to keep the gear, so... Yeah. So, shortly getting rid of this itching. Because now it will start. "21 laps, let's go." Okay, was not aware of that. Oh. Can we restart that lap? What the fuck, eh? Yeah, on this part, man, I keep the gear with the outside line, and then at the very end, I'm losing the gear, and all my white line was for nothing. Like, I'm already going straight, and I'm losing it then. This is a challenge, this map, holy moly. But for others it's also gonna be difficult. Also yeah, in the end the map is actually a bit different. This plastic part has some difficulties that we didn't have on the previous map. I don't understand this section there. Made 2 positions somewhere. They're still in the fight. Loudest in first. That's okay. I need to beat the others. And I can. I understood the map quite well already. I know what lines I wanna take. And the first lap where I was in second place showed kinda that the others learned it not as fast as me. But I did now so many small mistakes that I didn't really use my fast learn advantage. But I'm also really not feeling some of these parts. I know what I want to do, but surviving that is then another story. Gaps in second, Yummy in third. Not good. I hate these. On this Ladio campaign map, I'm also so shit whenever they build that. Oh. That was one of these steering moments again. Oh shit, since I got that airtime in the second lap, I'm now going super unconfident into this. That guy in first. How is loud is so good. We are all within half a second. And Lotus is 17 seconds ahead. He won 4 seconds on every one of us, and all of the others have the same pace. Like, everyone has the same pace, and Lotus is just casually 4 seconds faster. Can you believe this? Oh my god, eh. Ai. Also when you get once into the wrong line here... Wow, I got second now. And I was struggling as well so much. Like I myself lost like 2 seconds. I assumed that even Lotus made mistakes, and otherwise we would be further behind him, you know. Which sounds crazy when you think how far we are behind him. Yeah, so I fucked up a lot, but Gaps didn't get any closer, and Lotus also didn't extend his lead. So we all suck. this is only 15 seconds ahead now. What is this guy doing? Maybe he's BMing. I don't see anyone behind me. So Gaps and Yummy must have made huge crashes because I myself did drive bad in the end now. As I drove really bad. I had multiple mistakes and bad corners, and somehow they are not there anymore. Yummy is actually third. So Gaps, I don't know what he did. But Yummy is third. If Gaps is fourth, the higher chances are high because there was nobody behind. If Gaps is fourth, then we all have the same amount of points. With a small difference that Yummy has 2 third places if we count the best position. Then Gaps and me have both a second place, that Yummy doesn't have. And still Gaps and me would be equal. But they didn't say how they would handle it. I mean, we have now a 3-way tie. No way, they say something with best laps matter. I would be fine with that. So basically first place gains 30 euros, second place gains 20 euros, third place gains 10 euros, but now the problem is that second to fourth place they are all tied. So usually someone would get 20, someone 10 and someone 0 from us. And my idea would be that the second place basically gives the fourth place the 10 euros. So we are all equal in points, we all get equal money. You can divide 30 by 3. I don't want to lose now the money by some stupid rule. If they come up with best laps, of course, then I have an issue, but I don't go for best laps when I play in endurance. No, I'm not doing that. I saw on the second map in the local records I was actually in third, ahead of Yummy. No way, he said local times. Is anyone still there? Ugh, this is stupid, man. The admins are deciding now a way of doing it where I get fourth. And you know how the second race went? Gaps was all the time far ahead of Yummy, and somehow Gaps managed to fall behind Yummy. And because he does that, I am not safe in the points. I'm not safe in the top 3, because we are now all equal. If Gaps just finishes ahead of Yummy, then I beat Yummy as well, you know? I mean, how would Gaps now agree if he would get the second place? I just think that local records are a shit way to do it, because in an endurance race I'm not driving for locals. And in the second race, for example, I am ahead of Yummy in the locals. In the first race, of course, my position is bad because we have so many other people as well, yeah? So if you then at the local records would at least only count us 3, so you would only count Gaps, myself and Yummy and take away all the other players, then okay, then Gaps was twice faster than us, and Yummy and me shared, like, we switched the position. On the first map Yummy had a better local, here I have a better local. Then you could basically, then you still have an equal between Yummy and me. Oh, he is. But you can of course find, also Gaps is kinda sure to be in the prize money, I would say. He said he agrees, that sounds very nice from him. He is very sure, like there is no system I could think of where you could argue that Yummy and me get second and third and Gaps out of it. I don't see something. But you could argue in many ways where if you would decide for second, third, fourth, there are ways to argue that I'm ahead of Yummy, and there are ways to argue that Yummy is ahead of me. But in the end, we all did the same. I mean, they should have known. They should have known that this will happen. Yeah, if you have two very similar maps, and if you have this kind of point system, the chances are high. If you have, for example, the point system different, where the first places matter more. So imagine you say something like, or I don't know, 30 is 27, 25, 23, 21, and then it makes 20, 19, 18, so that there is a bigger gap or something like that. Or no, only the top three and then 1 point gaps. With several point systems, a second and a fourth place is better than 2/3, for example. Then Yummy would be out already, just because of that. If you, like in the case of a tie, a lot of competitions say, okay, the better position matters. Now Gaps and me both have a second place, Yummy has only third place as best. In this case, also bad for Yummy, which is the same reason like when we had different point system. And if you go for the local times, then I'm in the mud, obviously. Because I would ever be in the mud, I'm never driving for that. I'm actually surprised in third on this map here. Did I actually have such a good lap somewhere in the race? And Yummy was of course lucky that Gaps kind of failed so hard, that Yummy was still third. Because if Gaps is not getting through, if Gaps does not fail that much, and finishes ahead of Yummy, then Yummy would have been third and fourth, and I am fourth and second, so Yummy would have been out completely. So he's kinda lucky that he's even equal in this case. But yeah. And also with these local records, we have a three-way tie, and to get to these results, they just take anyone else as well into account. And there were of course people between Yummy and myself on the first map. And that ruins it then, obviously. So yeah, it's a bit conflicting things that I see now. So on the one hand, he just posts in loud disorder. On the other hand, he said he agrees with the 10 euros. It's a bit weird that this is written like this still. I will have to see what comes up. It would be very annoying if I'm today twice on fourth place, you know, in both split events so close, and in both split events in fourth. That would be, no. And the way how it is the fourth place, like this is not a deserved fourth place, because I got second in the second race. Yeah, how can I be fourth overall then? This is like, Alright. Then I will at this point end the stream, because now there is no competition anymore. But I gonna check one thing before. Search already earlier so long for this split stream. Split_TM. Nice how it not works. Okay, we do different. Trackmania. Yo, yummy. I want to see that it's true that oops, live Kanäle. That Gaps agreed. I got told he agreed. Is this split? You see it is, I guess. Oh God, what did I do? Yeah, it was so confusing that he posted the results then again in the in-game chat the way he did. so I heard of Gaps saying that it's fine for him, but then this moment where he posts it again was like confusing. Not against it, to be honest. I guess that is the message. Okay. We all got 10, alright. Yeah. Yeah, I said it earlier. There was no way how you could argue that Gaps wouldn't win anything. Because I guess no matter what you do, he would always be at least on a tight second place in this overall tie. But to decide now how exactly you wanna do it to make an order, the thing is, I said it earlier, there are ways where you wouldn't be in the top 3. If you would say the best position in the race matters, then you don't have a second place. Yeah, I know what they did. Then you wouldn't have been there. If they use the locals the way they do it, then I'm not there. If they would use the locals but not counting in anyone else, just us 3, then Gaps was twice the best of us 3 and we switched the positions. Then we would be still equal. But the way they did it with locals and overall local leaderboard, this is the one way how I am then out of it, which is also a little bit annoying. Yeah, because this is like the one way, and in my opinion the locals are not important, because I'm playing an endurance race, and in the first race is the reason why I was completely out of a chance with the locals, and in the first race I didn't even know about this could be a decider. No? So this is kinda, no? If they would now just say you are then 4th, and then they also give the money like that out, then I think it's a little bit unfair in the end. So I thought the most fair way is if we just split these 30 euros up, because we all have the same points. It was quite obvious that it will happen. There were so many ways how this can happen. One way how they could have denied it is a different point system, where better positions matter more. And the thing is, if you take this point system that I did now, then you have many different possibilities how people can have equal points. if you have like a point system where the difference between the points from position to position is different, then you only would have an equal between two players if they have the same positions. Like if they really swap the same positions. But yeah, I was thinking the whole time in this race, I was thinking of this happening. Like I knew that even if I'm second, we could have the triple tie, so I'm not even safe of that. The most important thing for me was to stay ahead of you. That was the most important thing. I had to finish in front of you. And then it depends on gaps. If he is in front of us, we will be equal. If he's behind us, we will still be equal, but then also with him. The only different way would have been if he's between us. And I'm actually surprised he isn't. Because looking at this race, I'm very surprised what he has done in the ending. He must have made so many crashes, because even I did play pretty garbage in the last laps and thought all the time he will probably pass. And then I made interface on at some point where I really thought he must be super close now. And then I didn't see him anymore. And I was doing multiple mistakes as well, where I definitely lost a lot of time. And then I didn't see anyone else. And Loudest lost like 15 seconds on me. And I did mistakes and he lost 15 seconds. I'm not sure if Loudest was BMing again. I don't know. Also, what did Loudest do? But yeah, the plastic section, the second map was crazy. I really struggled hard with that. In the second lap I had like one bad line, and then this bad line went through the whole plastic section. I never could recover from that until I left it and got into the dirt. Oh, that was quite annoying. In the end that were very similar maps. It was only that this plastic section was more difficult in the second one. Yeah, first map was then a bit easier. It was easier to drive clean and consistent every lap. But overall very similar styles. Like every type of off-road and tech mixed together. But no ice, no RPG, no full speed. It was just a typical mixed map without ice. Was it then close between you and Gaps? Because I had then no idea, I didn't see it anymore. Like how far have you been? Actually I can find it out, of course. Which lap are we? 11. Here we are actually close together still. Let's go a bit further. Lap 17. Yeah, look, Gaps is 8 seconds in front of you. I really wonder what he did. Because I was of course hoping for Gaps just to stay between us. Because that was the only way where it would have been safe with a podium and not any discussions about... there it happened. It happened right there. That was the only way how there would be no discussions about ties. So I kind of hope that he will just stay between us, but what does he do here? Actually, it looked like he had the same line and then he was just going slower. I also don't know how he overtook you there. Like, these sections are really something. I don't know how Loudest is so good. Like, for me, Loudest was more tech player, but he was so fast in the beginning. He got like 4 second faster times, I felt like. In the end, we are not that much slower anymore, but still a bit. Yeah, suddenly I have a 10-second lead, and I didn't play good myself. I had also mistakes. Especially the entry into this last turn here, I choked that so hard. So this is now the deciding lap, I guess. Yeah. I really hope that Gaps will just stay then in front. Because that would have been also the really easy safe way for him. Good passes. You pass. What are these numbers on the car? Ach, this is the gear and the speed. This is such an ugly way of showing it. What the fuck? I would never play like that. I mean, yeah, you easily see it at least. Yeah, he got this really good. Like, he must have gained so much on me as well. I was also yak in that section. Did you keep the gear? I guess you did. Yeah, you really had to overtake him. What a fight. What is he doing? Where is he going? Yeah, you rarely have such a close battle in the ending. Yeah, Yami, that was as close as it could be. Yeah, okay. After the cup of the day, you deserve to be also lucky once. But please not when it's against me. Yeah, I was talking about it also. If you want to watch the VOD. I know about your streak. It's down to 12 seconds somehow. What the heck? Naja. Alright.